Welcome to T.D.T Talk, where we tell you
the damn truth.
Welcome to the truth, where the truth don't lie.
All right. Hello, co-host. How you doing?
What it is, co-host. What it is, y'all. Come on in the room. Come on in the room.
Come on in the room. Yes, Lord.
Man, yes. Come on in the room. So
Y'all,
look.
Oh, go ahead.
Look, I just want to go ahead and get my disclaimer for why I'm stunting on y'all tonight. So your girl had to have emergency laser surgery today in my eye, and I am all good, and to God be the glory.
Hallelujah.
Keep on pushing through and trucking along.
Amen. Girl, look, we some troopers. We done been on and done shows with Phenomenia. We done it with the 19 Abids. We done did it with swollen ankles at conventions. Boy, we dedicated y'all. We love y'all. We be here.
That's some truth. That is some truth.
We be here. So, yeah, buckle up, y'all, because I don't know if y'all seen the good news. You Fox, CNN, ABC, 1, 2, 3, any of the news outlets.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just go ahead and show the title for tonight again, just in case you guys didn't see it. Black Card Revoked. Cultural Manipulation and Mental Health. Okay, y'all see who we have on the flyer. It's a crying shame. It's a crying shame. So before we start, y'all go ahead, hit that like button, hit that share. Let us know that you're here tonight. I need some participation from our viewers because y'all know we're going to cut up just a little bit. We're going to cut up and educate.
So Carl going to cut up and I'm going to try my hardest not to laugh, y'all. So it hurts when I laugh. So I'm going to try not to laugh so I don't be in pain for the rest of the night.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't want you to bust no stitches or nothing. So I'm going to do my best to not cut up, but like I'm gonna do like 90%.
People stay up with us this late because they want to hear the foolishness that you got to say, and then the reaction on my face because I didn't know that you was gonna say it.
That part. Hey Ava, how you doing, boo?
Hey Ava, look y'all, I can't see a goddamn old thing, so I don't know who's in the room.
I'll read it to you, girl.
Thank you.
I will read it to you. Ava has joined the building. We got some more viewers, but go ahead. Let's do the intro. Go ahead and bring us in, Sharon.
All right. So brought to you by Blind Miller Jelly tonight.
You talking about me?
I'm not gonna laugh, and I'm the one. Okay, no more judge.
You started it.
That hurt. That actually hurt.
I know it did.
All right. Welcome to T.D.T Talk, where we tell you
the damn truth about your card being revoked. It's the truth. What up, LaSwain? How you doing, player? Yes. We gonna tell y'all the truth today because, damn it, nobody else is saying it. I don't know if people are scared. I don't know if you think it's a joke or because one is a celebrity, the other one is a right wing. The elevator ain't going to the top floor. I don't even know because I don't know if she's a celebrity, an influencer, a black girl that pretends she uses Pantene Pro V when we definitely know it's Blue Magic grease on her edges.
That Pantene used to be the bomb back in the day. I ain't even gonna lie.
I don't know what her title and role is.
I'm going to show you. I am going to show you why Candice Owens appears to not like black people. Everything comes from a place. Everything comes from a place. And I think she said it herself, but I think I cracked the code.
Okay. I can't wait to see it. So where you want to start, friend? Where you want to start?
Well, it's up to you. Wherever you want to start.
Let's do the blind. Oh, I said the blind. My bad. That was not a joke towards you about the blind reaction, but
Oh, then. Don't.
Yeah, you pick. I'm gonna let you pick today.
All right, so we got Kanye. You want to start with him saying whatever he said about George Floyd? That was the one that kind of got me, because I'm like, well, wait a minute, what are we talking about? You know, Candice, your girl Candice, did a whole documentary about the whole George Floyd case. I have not seen it, but I heard her talking about it, and she showed pieces of it, I believe, and she came up. It's like a whole nother story. Like when we were watching those 8 minutes and 36 seconds, it was from someone's cell phone. She has recreated an entirely different scenario that we did not see. And I'm like, if we are watching live footage, and she's like, the media twist things, which we know that they do. They absolutely do that to push their own agenda. But we were literally watching live cell phone footage. And you mean to tell me the entire country didn't see what one person saw?
That part.
Maybe you and Kanye, or maybe whoever else helped you with this documentary. So I don't know if that's some media there or what. I'm here for it because it's good for TV. So I think I'm going to start off with the Kanye. Let me cue the video, y'all. Hopefully.
All right. And hey, Donna, welcome. Sharon had to get some emergency surgery, so I'm not going to cut up too bad. But welcome. We are glad you are here. We got to talk about these black cards, girls. Some people need to be revoked.
I can control myself.
Revoked quickly. Have any of you guys seen it while she's queuing it up? Has any of you guys seen the videos with Kanye's new tobacco's or Candice Owens?
All right, can y'all see my screen?
Yep.
Watch the George Floyd documentary that Candice Owens put up. One of the things that his two roommates said was, they want a tall guy like me. And the day when he died, he said a prayer for, 8 minutes. He said a prayer for 8 minutes. They hit him with the fentanyl. If you look, the guy's knee wasn't even on his neck like that. When he said mama is his girlfriend. They said he screamed for his mama. Mama was his girlfriend.
Okay. I got the fine string down.
Donna, I promise I'm gonna leave her alone tonight. I ain't even gonna mess with her today. I'm gonna be good, I promise.
Okay. All right, so Carl, what did he mean by they hit him with the fentanyl? What is he talking about? Please help me.
So we know fentanyl can be used for several things. We weren't there, so we can't say for sure if that happened, but I don't remember seeing him getting hit with fentanyl.
Or with anything. Like, who hit him with the fentanyl? He kept saying they.
Yeah, they hit him, and the only people that were around him were the police. They were around him. So did they hit him with fentanyl? Because we do know police officers in the past, some, not all, have been found guilty of corruption, tampering with evidence, placing drugs on a person, all of that stuff. So one can speculate that, yeah, possibly could have, but that's not likely. The part that got me was the knee. That was the part that, bruh, we all saw his 200 and something pound self on chilling. And if you want to be honest, he looked like he was striking a GQ pose. Like he was posing for the magazine.
That's what I saw.
So, yeah, what's your thoughts?
Did Kanye say in the video that he didn't really have his knee on his neck?
Yeah.
Okay, because I've watched several videos. I'm like, I know I sat here and watched this thing, and I watched it from different angles because other people be on too. And every single one, I'm like, nah, he had his knee on his neck for sure. Like, you can zoom in and see the knee on the neck. Like,
yeah.
this has been to court. You know they're not gonna sit there and arrest that man and put him in jail for any amount of time if they could have gotten him off. Okay,
That part.
they tried
They examined all evidence.
all evidence. So I don't know where he's getting this from. I'm so confused, and I don't know how old this video is, but the George Floyd family is reacting to it as if it's new, right? So why is this coming up now? This is 2 years later. What? Why now?
So, from what the research that I've been finding out, Kanye West, also known as AKA Yeezy, AKA Yee, AKA the second letter before Z, he has a new shoe dropping. He has a new shoe coming out. Yeah, he has a new shoe coming out, and what better way than to get people watching, people looking, and we all know he's the king of controversy. He's the king of controversy, steadily doing stuff on a whole nother level just for reactions. And in one of the videos that I've seen, when we talk about the White Lives Matter shirts, he said he did it because he thought it was funny.
Yeah.
He literally said, I did it because I thought it was hilarious. I don't care what you say. It made me laugh. And I'm just, that's a red flag.
He thought it was funny.
That's a red flag.
I'm like, okay. I still don't know what the Pope on the front and the quote was all about, but people are trying to make it seem like that made it all make sense. But here's the thing. So Kanye, if you listen to him in many different videos, it's almost like he speaks in parables. But is my screen flashing? Can you see that?
No, you good, girl.
You don't see it flashing?
It ain't flashing.
Oh shit, I see a flash.
Girl, that's your eyes playing tricks on you. Go ahead, you good.
Oh, Father God. Okay. So I'm just gonna close my eyes at this point, Chad. Just hum in a second, just rock and hum. I'm gonna do Jesus. Okay. All right. So, Kanye, I believe that Kanye is a really smart guy. I believe he's a really deep thinker. I believe the way that he connects things is not the way that people typically think. But if you give it a moment and explore it and go in deep with him, it's actually very logical. I don't think Kanye crazy. I know people want to call him crazy. I do not for 1 second think that he is crazy. I do believe that he is a victim of the industry. I think that he was warned about it, but he didn't believe it. And then he got in it and he was like, oh shit, it's real. And you just can't get out. It's like a gang, you can't just get out. So he's acting out because he can't get out. And he's acting out in a way that's most comfortable for him. Now, I do believe that Kanye is a very spiritual person. I do believe that, when his mom passed, that really affected him in a negative way. Because he said in one of his interviews, she was connected to the industry, kind of like, through him, or I can't remember how he put it, but that's the connection he was trying to make, that she was, in that limelight as well. Mom actually, he tells a whole story about his father and being, his mom separating them from his father, and the people that was around her is kind of like the handlers that's around him. And he was really, Kanye he tells things without telling you everything. He does that. And when he lost his mom, when he found out that his father was not in his life because of his mom, that made him feel some kind of way. And when he lost his mom, that was even a bigger blow. I don't know which one happened first. So I can't say even a bigger blow, but we all know that affected him tremendously, because Kanye changed. Like, he was different after that. And something like that will change you.
Mm-hmm.
But it changed him in a mental way.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever you're dealing with grief and loss, there's a lot that goes with it. There's shame. There's guilt.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I wonder how much guilt and shame he has that he's carrying. You know, is he blaming himself for did his mom get some kind of cosmetic surgery and had complications and passed?
All these celebrity mamas done did that. I think
I
so.
think that's what it was. Yeah, it was like it wasn't a health issue. It was from cosmetic surgery. Because I was like, well, why is you doing that anyway? But okay. So I'm wondering, you know, she was getting caught up in the limelight in the industry too. And I'm just kind of wondering how much guilt and shame does he still carry after all of these years with him? And that causes you to be depressed, right? And I do know that how many times have he been to a psychiatric hospital and they've put him on these medications, and these medications make you have crazy side effects. They do. And you be out here acting like a fool and people trying to figure out why. So I don't think Kanye is certifiable crazy. I think Kanye may be dealing with complicated grief.
Okay. You let me know when you're done, because I'm ready to go in.
Kanye just needs to call me, okay? So I can be his therapist. I can help walk him through this. We'll explore everything, you know, and we'll get it all worked out. But for that reason, you know, I do believe that he's out here acting out because he doesn't know of any other way to get out of his current situation. I also believe that he's running from God's calling too, but that may be a little too deep for y'all. But I do believe he's running. I do believe he is running.
He's a runner. He's a track star.
Somebody said that today.
Sorry.
So yeah, now I'm gonna have to go listen to that because that's my second time somebody done quoted that today. But yeah, so you know, I think Kanye is way more deeper than the surface of what we see. With his acting out some of these attention-seeking behaviors, perhaps. He just got dropped by Balenciaga, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna let him keep his. I'm gonna put his black card in temporary suspension until he comes to see me. And then, you know, we'll go through maybe, 90 days of counseling to get him started, and then we'll put it back on a review at that time.
Okay, so you're his black card under your clinical lens is on suspension.
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
So my turn, ladies and gentlemen of the courts.
Here we go.
I got it, because you know I want to make sure that you can hear me. I want to enunciate these words. So before we start, okay, people, I want to show you this shirt. This is the shirt. White Lives Matter.
Hold on.
And as you can see, that you know the front of it is a pope and it's some slang. I couldn't really. Every picture was kind of blurry when I tried to get it. But this is it. They were posing with this shirt on. So here's my issue, ladies and gentlemen of the jury and the courts. No one has ever said white lives don't matter. We've done shows, and if you guys are not familiar, please go back and review our previous episodes because they were good. We talked about the BLM and setting aside the organization, which was originally created for the LGBTQ plus community. That's what it was originally created for. The slogan itself, Black Lives Matter, it was a prolific statement, because if we think back and take it from a mental health standpoint, we have been systemically denied in every facet of life. Education, which fostered us to expand and create the HBCUs, because we weren't getting into Yale's and Harvard. It was that 1 to 200 ratio of there being a minority diversity brought into the schools, let's be honest. When it came to redlining, being able to afford housing in certain places, let's be honest, it's still going on today. If you look at it from financial standpoints, let's be honest, not all banks is going to give you a loan. And you could say you could have good credit, no credit, whatever. But depending on the day, depending on the person, depending where you're at, your race does have a part to play in that, especially being Black. We've seen it. So we weren't able to get the same equality when it came to the financial stability that our counterparts were. So what did we create? Black Wall Street. We don't need your money. We'll create our own sustainability within our community and flourish we did. Who's and however, when America doesn't like someone gaining a profit without their involvement, things tend to happen. And Black Wall Street was burnt to the ground. Okay, so they've attacked us when it comes to our socioeconomic standing, be it living. Let's be honest, TANF, EBT, and I'm old school. EBT back in the day used to be monopoly money. I remember going to 7-Eleven with the pink, the pink $20 bill, and that was the monopoly money, and they give you cash back. That's how old I am. I remember the monopoly money. And even there, you had to be above homelessness, but close enough to poverty just so you could get that. My mom was a single mother for a while with 3 children and could not get government assistance because she was a drug and alcohol counselor, and they felt she made too much money. She got paid once a month. So having that shirt, White Lives Matter, when he did interviews, like you heard me say earlier, he said it's funny. He did it because it's funny to him. It made him laugh. You are single-handedly erasing the significance for our forefathers and mothers that came before us that marched for our freedom, sat on the bus for our freedom, got water hosed down Fifth Avenue for our freedom, got dogs attacking them, raped, beaten, bucked, all of that in front of their children, sold, separated. That's not funny. When that statement of Black Lives Matter came about, it was to let you know we're equal. We're here too, and our lives matter. Officers killing us just because it was a day ended in Y. We had thugs getting killed, children's getting killed, people in the car reading books getting killed. We had people with their children getting killed, sleep getting killed, coming out of the bodega getting killed. Everywhere we turned, we were dying. So the BLM statement was very prolific, and justifying that as a joke, that's not cool. Even if that was a publicity stunt for your new shoes that look like some grown-ass socks with a sole on it that sell for hundreds of dollars, I don't get it, but tomato, it's not okay. So for me, his card needs to be revoked. Damn suspension. Yeah. Damn any of that, because, and we're going to get to some of these comments, but Kanye was ahead of his time. One song that to this day, because the radio stations did not want to play it, when he said, Jesus walk, God show me the way because the devil's trying to bring me down. He told you in this, I'm from the hood with hustlers and gangsters. He told you Jesus walk with them. He did it. He told you who he was. He told you where he came from. And he was ahead of his time. And one could even compare his lyricist to that of Tupac, in my personal opinion, who's in, however, his current behavior since his mother died. It to me, it gives off a child who did something that they shouldn't have done, and his conscience is eating at him. As we know, it's been rumored for years that he was a part of the Illuminati. Cannot confirm, cannot deny, but I can take into facts certain things. If grief has a role that it plays, and we're not saying that grief, you get over that in a day, you get over that in a year. I'm not saying that by no means. People grieve in their own time. Who's and however, the stuff that he's doing looks like a little kid that got his hand caught in the cookie jar and don't want to confess to the things that he's done or knows or whatever the case is. So to me, I think it's internally his body is in a constant battle.
Hmm.
You married the Kardashians, and if that ain't some black widows in itself, every black man that done got with the Kardashians that turned out crazy, coked out, drugged out, broke as hell. Like, come on, bruh. That's a warning. I wouldn't have did that no how. But to me, his black card needs to be revoked. So getting on some of these comments real quick.
Yes, get the comments, and then I got a couple of comments.
Okay, because I want to hear what you got to say. So LaSwain said he sacrificed his mom and can't deal with it. I agree.
Whoa, sacrificed his mom. Okay.
Yeah. Because when you go to the conspiracy theories, that's what they say. Them conspiracy theories, they said Aaliyah had to die so that Beyonce could be great.
God damn, what?
Yeah. There's theories behind all of this stuff for the next star. Jada Pinkett. They've got her being the grand witch, is all I'm saying. LaSwain said Kanye is off his rocker at this point. He got played by Candice and her husband and ran them pockets because he bought that, what is it, Polar, the platform for the right wing people. Trump is on there, senators, politicians, they all on this thing. It's a platform for them to talk freely. Hey, Jerry. Yeah, he just bought it for the billions.
Jerry who?
Jerry Lloyd Jr.
Oh, what's up, Mr. Lloyd? Thank for coming on in the room tonight.
Thank you. Donna said, I think she went to get it done in a hotel or something and died afterwards. I think so too. I think that's what happened.
His mama got the surgery in a bootleg?
No, I don't think she got it done. Oh, in a hotel. I thought she got it done and then went to a hotel.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I don't know. We're gonna have to look and see. Trey Styles said the real question is, does he want it? I don't think he wants his black card. He don't care. He has shown us he don't care.
People. This man has experience. He had a very traumatic experience, and
I did too.
These are some trauma symptoms, y'all. People be acting out.
Okay, but at some point, Sharon, when do we blame the trauma versus the fucked up individual? There's a difference.
Until they go to therapy and work
that
through
part.
See me, okay.
And he could come see you, girl. Just let me know how it turned out. I don't even want an autograph. I don't. You keep all that bad juju over there.
Confidentiality. Nobody.
Yeah, knows. I don't want none of that bad juju.
Like Kanye is back to his old self. Wow.
Vanessa said hello, Vanessa. Swain said MLK set our people up. I ain't gonna lie. I can see that.
He knew it.
Yeah. LaSwain also said Ray J made it out. He made it out. He made it out, but he's suffering now.
He acting out too, Chad.
Yeah, that because it's cursed. You slide in and it has residual delayed effects.
Yeah, with you. I cannot.
Girl, he going crazy. And then Swain also said Kanye done had too many passes. Way too many passes. And hold on, Sharon. You know it's bad, y'all, when former President Chester Cheeto has denied you. Do not associate us. Don't, we ain't friends. Don't call me. That's horrible. You know your thinking gotta be you, man. For him to deny you, Mr.
That was political too. He had to disassociate himself from Kanye because Kanye catching some heat right now. Trump trying to run 2024 and he got to appeal to a certain type of people. So
okay, can we talk about
Candice gonna run for vice president? Y'all watch.
I can see that, but can we talk about this real quick? We the people, we need to get to these election polls. If we get one more crypt keeper as a president, I must have to move.
We can't choose between the lesser of two evils. I mean, my God.
We just did that. But we need, come on, young people. Yeah, I think you got to be like 35 to run for presidency and ain't got no felonies. Come on, we can do it. Barack Obama came out of nowhere.
Well,
Nowhere.
He didn't come out of nowhere.
He came out of nowhere.
He didn't come out of nowhere. He was on the path. He was on the path
That nobody knew about. I thought he was the Antichrist because I was like, ain't no way.
That's why Black people need to read. Y'all need to read and watch stuff talking about the Antichrist.
Girl, I thought he was the Antichrist.
No, that man has been in politics, but okay.
I knew that, but it wasn't on a national level like other people have been. Even Kamala Harris, let's be honest, her black card is in questioning. We saw you more in debates. And since she got, like, is she one of them computer robotic people? Because I ain't seen her since the election.
Okay. I ain't seen Kamala since me and my daughter took that picture in our pearls. Like, I don't know, you know.
I'm like, are you real? Blink twice if you're being held captive. All right. And then one more thing we got, it's too late voting them all those years. Fuck this over. Definitely. LaSwain. And take her shit too. You know, I agree.
Look,
all right, Sharon. Kamala.
I don't like anything about Black Lives Matter. I remember when Black Lives Matter first came out, their mission statement was for the LGBTQ community.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, Dr. Pepper. But it didn't have anything to do really with Black lives specifically. It was Black LGBTQ issues. We know that they separate themselves from the Black community. So then when people started catching on to this catchy slogan, Black Lives Matter, they changed their mission statement. It became backed by, I can't remember what that company is. Y'all watch the show. We talked about this before.
We did great details.
And that's where all the money goes to, okay? And to this other person. You can't just be donating your money to places thinking you're doing something good and it's for a good cause unless you track where your money is actually going. You can't complain, excuse me, after you done gave your money because you should have checked to see where you was giving it to. So I don't like the Black Lives Matter. What?
Hold on, Sharon. Hold on, because you said something that spoke to my soul, Sharon. You said you need to track where your money going.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we do with the church, Sharon, there's been several pastors who have been indicted recently for embezzling $900,000. And then under the guise of, this is for the building fund. How many of y'all know that church on Fifth Avenue has been broke down and tired since you was a kid? Well, windows ain't even fixed.
Here's the thing, Carl. You a fool if you blindly giving your money to anybody. I get a statement every year of where every dime of my money goes to.
Amen.
My whole entire church gets a statement. We see every dime of where everything goes. Okay. So if you just a blind, blind sheep following, then you a fool. I'm sorry. I mean, track where your money goes. You're not paying attention. You're not checking something, but you cannot complain after you have blindly given. Just to tell the Lord thank you and to bless you, because that's why you give it anyway, right?
Right.
Amen. So Black Lives Matter. I never agree with the slogan because, we know Black lives do matter, but I think the message that we're trying to convey is that Black lives matter too.
That
makes more sense to me. Black lives matter too. Everybody's life matters. But what we're missing in this country is that y'all be trying to forget that we here. And actually, you don't try to forget that we here. You try to use us like you've always used us, as if we don't matter. So Black lives matter too. And that would be inclusive of all Black people, not just the Black LGBTQ people who were able to get the movement going with the Black Lives Matter slogan. Everybody fell into it. And y'all mad at the Christians painting over the Black Lives Matter mural that they put in the street in DC. Y'all mad at the Christians for painting over it. Well, you should have done your research and figure out why they didn't want it there. It's an agenda,
That part.
And that's my whole thing with Black Lives Matter. If we can take their fake black card. Let's snatch that one.
Okay, I'm down for that. Hold on, let's get these little comments. We ain't got that many. We got Swain saying all them big corps run BLM. They control it all. Definitely agree. Vanessa said talk about it, Sharon. Track them dollars.
Yes.
Donna agreed. Yes, we do. And LaSwain said Black Lives Matter is majority white. And when I found that out, I said I'll be damned.
That fake black card. Yes, let's go and get that one.
Yeah, they got us again. They got us. Well, not us, because I didn't donate to it when I did my research. Me personally, y'all, and just, education wise, because we talk about everything on this channel. But y'all do your research. Do your research. Every organization ain't glitter and gold. Just because they said Black owned and operated does not necessarily mean it is Black owned and operated. Oftentimes, there is a Black CEO with a whole white board members that make the decisions. So in theory, it looks pretty because there's a Black CEO, but in all actuality, it's an uphill battle for them when they have seats full of 40, 50, 60, 70-year-old white men stuck in their ways wanting their dollars.
Well, there it is.
That part.
All right. So, Carl, I know you want to take Kanye's black card. I'm going to stand firm on his traumatic experience and him, the mental health issue that he's dealing with, the real mental health issue that he's dealing with. Not everyone wants to try and
revoked. But Sharon, she has a bleeding heart for Kanye.
I don't. I listen. It's just what I see as a therapist. That's all, y'all. That's my professional clinical perspective. All right, who we moving on to next? Your girl.
Yep, let's bring her on in.
Hey, Candice, Candy. Hold on, dude. Let me cue this video because Carl, I want to get your reaction on this. Hold please.
Lord, I feel like, see y'all, Sharon trying to set me up because she didn't even send me this video, and y'all know that it was like maybe 3 shows back. Candice had finally said something that I had agreed with. So now I'm nervous because
I had to come back. Because you've been drinking the Candice soup. You've been drinking her Kool-Aid.
I like
one thing. And you've been drinking her Kool-Aid ever since. You should have seen through that.
No, she said one good thing that I agreed with. That was it. I ain't drank none of her Kool-Aid. That thing looked like it's tainted.
It was for an agenda. Everything she does is for a specific reason.
I can agree with that.
I think I have a theory as far as why Candice does not care for Black people, Black organizations, and Democrats. Okay, I think I figured it out based on her own words. Hold please.
Okay. Now I gotta know.
Can't see nothing. Hold please. The video. All right.
I'm nervous, y'all. I'm nervous about what she's about to show us. Because with her, the sky is the limit. And Donna, I agree. Sometimes the CEO isn't Black at all. Yeah, I saw that too. Her husband is of the Caucasian descendants.
Who husband?
Candice's.
Oh, well, that makes sense to me. That makes total sense. It's gonna make sense to you in just a second. Okay, we're gonna start right here.
It's a compelling story that in high school I received some racist messages from some powerful Democrats' sons. It's compelling, and the NAACP helped me get a settlement. And you know what? I have no idea who this person is that made the TikTok video, but I have to be honest, I do remember the story. In fact, I remember it so well. That is chapter 2 of my book.
All right, so she talked about this in her book. You heard what she just said, right? The mayor's son said some racial things about her. He was involved in saying some racial things about her. She didn't know what to do. The NAACP came down to help her. But here we go. Hold please. Here we go. She has more to say.
you're right. The NAACP was involved. They never spoke to me, but they showed up at my school with cameras because they wanted to fundraise off of a girl that had suffered through something that was very real. It's actually the reason that I am conservative. It's the reason why I stand up against these race hustlers like the NAACP, because for me, it's real. They used me, they lied, and they never checked up with me. It was all about getting headlines. And so you're not breaking any stories, but I am glad that unlike people that shared this video, you actually read. Again, chapter 2 of my book, Blackout. It's been on sale for the last 2 years.
All right, that's enough. All right, co-host. All right, co-host. Oh, please. Get my life so I can stun on y'all real quick. Oh, please.
All right, we're back. So look, what did you hear in that video? Because you've been drinking her Kool-Aid for a minute.
I have not been drinking that woman Kool-Aid, but I hear someone who is hurt, someone who is bitter, and from that hurt and bitterness, she has turned that against her people. She don't like Black folks, and I feel like if she was a blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl, she would feel a lot better about who she is. I really think that there's some self-esteem issues, but a lot of times people put way too much faith in other things. NAACP, I've used them. I did as a child. I went to school and was, I want to bring y'all into my world. 9 years old, going to a bus stop. My mom had just moved to Colorado, and we lived in a all-white neighborhood, all white. We were the only Negroes in that community. And I was sitting at the bus stop, and it was a culture shock to me coming from California to Colorado. That was a culture shock because I never saw white people before. I saw Mexicans. I saw the essays, the vatos, like it was like family members, and a bunch of Black folks. But I didn't see white people like that. So when I
in California, okay, go ahead.
I lived in Dago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, deep in Dago. So I didn't see that. And when I moved to Colorado, it was a big culture shock for me as well. So I was sitting at the bus stop, and this girl's mama saw me and didn't like the fact that I was talking to her. So she drove past down the street the next day, doing the same thing, walking to the bus stop. The bus stop was across the street from the duplex where we lived. And the mom came, her husband, the brothers came in their truck and started chucking rocks at me, brick-sized rocks, and hitting me to where my mom came out and it was about to go down. I was definitely traumatized when it came to white people. Did that make me go on a mass shooting spree? No. Did that make me hate white people? No. I watch their movements a lot more closely than most people, but I don't have a distaste for white folks. So using your story of what's happened to you, and they antagonized me all the time. I was getting threatening letters. They would come to the school revving their engines. I went through a lot of racist stuff that didn't deter me to be a hateful person. And I think that Candice, like LaSwain said in here, and we'll go back to reading the comments, but you're using that as an excuse for your hatred. Your hatred for yourself, your hatred for people that look like you. And that's not okay. That's putting her right in the same category as like Dylan and Eric from the Columbine massacre. I knew somebody that died in there too.
Oh my.
So they were bullied. this, that, and the third, and became mass murderers. So at the end of the day, you can justify whatever you want, but it's not until you want to do better for yourself. That's what therapy is about. You're able to identify that there's a problem and you need someone to help you through to be able to navigate those emotions, navigate your processing, how you're unpacking that trauma, all of that. Candice doesn't care. Candice wants that to be her driving force.
Okay. All right. So I'm glad you brought it back to mental health, because we know that people's levels of resiliency is different.
Mm-hmm.
You are a highly resilient person.
Mm-hmm.
That could be why you were able to get through your situation as a child better than Candice. You know, so Candice turned that anger that she had, that low level of resilience, internally, to where it's still festering after all of these years, where she has like a vendetta, against any organization or anything or anybody that could be associated with that one organization, right? With what is it? National Association for the Advancement of
Colored people.
I messed that up, but yeah.
It's the colored people for me. We
But
after all these years,
then.
I know, but we can't change that. It's 2022.
I like the word colored. I say it every now and then.
Colored. Yeah, I don't. Colored and boy, there was two things that make your front teeth meet your molars.
It takes me takes me back to 1965, and I just remember why. I stay in the fight. Amen. But she has associated everyone who looks like the people in that organization. And you know what? She has a point. The NAACP, they have been known to do things like that. They have an agenda, and they push their agenda sometimes too. Going around to find the most publicized Black issue that's going on. Her in her town. I don't know why they chose to help her, but she's now using it. Now they are her target, and anyone that looks like that, or anyone that group would represent. Although she is included in that, right? But she can't see it, and she has disassociated herself from this group that she felt took advantage of her. Although this group is representative, or is she Black? Because I don't know. You have to ask people.
Who is Candice?
Or not? Are her parents Black? She could be African. She could be Jamaican. I don't know.
Candice is gonna identify as a Himalayan descendant from Noah, Ark, and Rebecca.
That's what she want to be. But them roots tell me that she is from plantation number 51 down in South Carolina.
The roots let me know that's Louisiana.
Okay. But my thing is, we have to look at how that was a traumatic experience for her as well. To be taken advantage of by an organization that is supposed to be there to help and protect you for their own gain, for whatever that was, that is a hurtful thing. That is a hurtful thing. I can acknowledge that. But to hold and harbor hate in your heart for everything, it's like all or nothing. She has this all or nothing thinking, which is something that we deal with in mental health all the time. These negative automatic thoughts. Why are these people out to get me? Why don't I feel comfortable around these people based on this one thing that happened? Why am I everybody in this bucket or this category? So Candice, come see me. This is something that we can talk about, And
it's, I think she needs to learn self-love. And that's the one thing that I feel, even Kanye and Candice, I feel like they have forgot or may have not been taught how to forgive yourself. And sometimes forgiving yourself isn't, well, I forgive you for allowing that situation to happen. That's not exactly what forgiveness can look like. Forgiveness can be, I forgive you for holding on and harboring that anger for so long. I forgive you for, letting that guard be built as a defense mechanism, which pushed people out of your, line of sight, out of your warm embrace. Because I just feel like with a lot of these people, especially those two, you got to be careful what you say, because there are little Black girls and boys that are experiencing racism in the South, in the suburbs, in the ghettos, hell, even high society. And they click on a video and hear what you say. And now that's another little monster in the making.
Mm-hmm.
Words have power.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting how Candice associated a hurtful thing. So it sounded like it was a white boy. They said, mayor's son, maybe a white boy whose family was Democrat, because they said he said something racist. So it wasn't black on black. It was probably a white boy that said something, or this group of white people said something racist against her, or whatever they were doing. But she didn't take the fact that it was the white person saying it. She took the fact that they were Democrats. And then she took the fact that the NAACP, which supports Democratic views, and are Black people. And now she's like throwing all of this together. But none of that was the racist part. It wasn't the Democrat that was racist. It wasn't the NAACP and how they advocate for Black rights. That was the racist part. It was the white person. So how do you protect
that individual?
How do you protect where the hate actually come from? But you pick these other parts that were associated with the person, but not the actual person.
But we know that to be true in therapy, that we deal with a lot of people who cognitively, they misplace their anger, but cognitively, you can say the sun is blue, but it really makes me mad when it's hot. All they heard you say is, I'm really mad, and at this point, I'm hot. That is not what I said. Like, you literally misconstrued what I said, and now you're hyper focusing on that. And I feel like that's where she did with that incident. Whatever it could have been, especially if it's racist or racially driven, I can let you know that is hurtful. That does make you feel a certain kind of way. Who's and however, I couldn't hate every white person I saw. My life was gonna be shitty. I don't know if they was a Democrat. Hell, they could have been Christian. So now I ain't gonna like every Christian I see. And me personally, I feel like a lot of people, especially in this day and age, they're allowing people way too much power over them. They're giving social media, the people's comments, all of that. You're allowing people to have way too much control over your actions, and that can be a very dangerous situation.
So does Candice get to keep her Black card or not? I'm going to snatch it. I'm not giving her a suspension. What I would like
she don't get suspended?
No, I want Candice to come in for therapy, because we need to talk about this self-hate. We need to build some self-love, build some self-esteem, and really talk about these things that are making her angry. I may, after about 6 months, because that's going to take some work. Okay. And I may, put it under review at that time, but to be reissued, but I'm going to snatch it right now.
So yeah, I would snatch it. And if she sees you, she can get a provisional, we're going to say a provisional gray card, not really Black, not really white. Because I really want to know, is she the type of person, because we've seen them in the movies, people who hate being Black so bad that when they wash their hair, they won't look at their hair. They will have somebody do it so it's back to being flat and bone straight, because that's how much they hate being associated with Black. Because y'all know, you put some water on this hair, it's not gonna shrink and then extend outward. But I really feel like she's that person.
Yeah, and she's so smart. Like, if she can just get rid of this anger and this hurt that she's been holding on for so long, and actually use that energy in a different way, She's going to be great at anything that she does anyway because she's smart. She knows how to finesse the situation. I think she would be happier.
She a hustler. She a hustler. She a hustler. She learned how to do it well. So to these comments, Swain said she had to plug her book to boost sales, especially because she said it's been out for 2 years. I didn't even know she wrote a book.
I didn't know, Candice.
Candice Owens accepted that money that NAACP helped her to get. She sure did. Sure did.
Did she not accept the help? And I think she won a lawsuit. Okay,
Yeah.
but okay, we don't want to talk about that though.
We don't want to talk about that part. Swain said every org does that, black and white. Exactly. Stop trying to demonize black people. We ain't the only corrupt ones either. White folks do it too. Mexicans do it too. And y'all know Orientals and them people, they do it too. They do it as well. Everybody has evil tendencies. Everybody has an ulterior motive. Stop trying to demonize black people as the only ones. We tend to be the only ones that get caught all the time, but tomato, tomato.
And I don't even believe that the NAACP had evil intent. I do believe that in order for them to remain relevant and to be, to still be a functioning organization, then they have to find these issues to support. And they gave her the support that she needed. And she felt used by that. And I can see how they definitely should have had somebody talking to her and following up, stuff that you do when you really care and are concerned about a person. They did not do. So they did fail. They failed her in that aspect because they didn't make her feel supported.
I agree.
They made her feel like her issue was being supported in order for them to gain.
Yep.
Probably not their intent at all because we know they do good. So
yeah. Okay, so there's Swain was questioning you. He said, "How, Sway? Snatch Yeezys too. Snatch both their cards."
No, look, I done told y'all. Complicated grief. Me and Kanye, he's just acting out. We're gonna talk about it.
Both of them look like little kids that need to get their butt whooped one good time. Like one of them Negro spiritual, sweet and low, sweet chariot whoopings.
You don't have to beat your child.
That's all I'm saying.
Positive reinforcement.
Ava said, trauma is real, but you have to want to move forward. Resilience varies, but trauma isn't an excuse to generalize. Lots of people have high ACE scores, but don't generally hate all. Exactly. And she hate everybody. If you smell like cocoa butter and lip balm, she hates you.
Associated with what that group may associate themselves with, she is not here for it.
She hates it. Ava then followed up with, we need to ask not only what happened to you, but also where do you want to go from what happened? And I agree, but the sad part is when you've lived in a delusional state for so long, it's hard to see an outcome. And I don't think
I snatched her card because she ain't gonna see it.
Yeah, and I think if you were to ask that question to her or anyone in that delusional state of mind, I do believe that it would take years of therapy for anyone, especially her, to begin to identify where she wants to be. Then it makes you call into question, what's your relationship like? Is that fueling this? Because now you have someone whispering into your ear. Now you have someone, now you got someone feeding off of that hatred that you have. So to me, I got a lot of things I want to know. Like, to me, this would be a comprehensive clinical assessment, baby. I need to know. How is your relationship?
Yeah, I'd go straight psychodynamic on this. We're going to have to talk about her childhood. I believe there was more than just that one incident that happened. I believe there, I don't know. Maybe there's something that could have happened in her family. I'm kind of wondering how her family dealt with it. Did she get some of these ideas from her family? You know? Yeah, it's a lot. Before we go, co-host, I want to know what you think about the Black Lives Matter girl crying when Candice showed up at her speaker box talking about come outside. Don't she know when you roll up at somebody's house, you better be ready? Like she's sitting up here crying because Candice. I'm like, you just gonna let Candice roll up on you like that? But go ahead. What
So, co-host, I'm from the
Michigan.
era of beat you when I wanna, run up to get done up, nuck if you buck.
Punks jump up to get beat down.
Okay, snitches get stitches and wind up in 7-foot ditches. I'm
No.
from old school. I'm from the old school. So you come to my house, I gotta protect my dog, my wife,
The porch.
my son,
What is it?
my mortgage, little sweet alabaster box tree out in the backyard, because he don't need no bullet holes. You know, I don't need no blood splatter, brain membrane over. You come to this location if you want to, and you better pray that your vocal cords can transform to that of a white woman in need. Because I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna beat you until, like, you know, when people say I almost died and I should see my life flash before my eyes. I'm gonna hit you so hard, you gonna identify good moments. Like, this is where I should have stayed.
Let's see. I cannot, y'all.
Come to my house if you want to.
I can't with you.
That's all I'm saying. So Sharon, you mean to tell me Candice Owens run up in your house like, so you think I need therapy? You do come outside. You think I need you gonna sit in the house and call Jesus?
Carl, ain't nobody crazy enough to run up on me. You already know this.
Right. I'm just saying. Run up to get slapped up. But I think it's publicity as well, because now you want to act like you Billy Bad, and I bet you if she'd have ran outside with a bucket of water towards her freshly pressed hair, I bet you Candice would have backed that ass up.
Running like hell.
Come out there with a spray bottle, and I bet you she'd have took off.
Look, no, you know how you do the warning click, the ch-ch. That's all I would have done through that little speaker. You know what that means.
Girl, I'm telling you, put on some Drop It Like It's Hot. I would have really challenged her black card at that. Put some fried chicken in front of a fan.
Yeah, you rolling up like you about it. You rolling up like you clap like this when you talk. You know
what you gonna do?
Okay, you rolling up like that, Candice. What we with a camera crew? Oh, you want to videotape it? Okay.
So you want this on record that you got drugged from 5th to 19th? Okay.
It would have been a come on, Cletus moment. You done rolled up. Okay.
Yeah.
But she all on Instagram, Black Lives Matter girl, crying. Did she get your sympathy? Is what I want to know.
Hell no.
Okay.
Girl, I wouldn't give. To gain my sympathy, you had to have tried everything in your life, and you had to have been knocked down from the ground on up every time to gain my sympathy. Because to me, that's two people in the same type of caliber. That's like these celebrities that talk about the struggles of the real world. You not getting out your car to pay for your gas, that's not the same struggle. My struggle is, do I have enough to make it till payday? Do I pull from my savings just to get 2 more gallons? Our struggles are different. So,
Food Tuesday.
Girl, I'm telling, that's like Bill Gates and Donald Trump fighting. Like, who gonna win? Like, I would sit there and watch. Now, which one of you old?
She got money, right? She got all y'all money.
Y'all both in the same tax bracket. I'm trying to see which crypt keeper is gonna win. That's what I want to know. But before we go, Ava said job security for therapists, definitely. Vanessa, we had her cracking up. And Donna said, I have never heard that expression before. Which one, Donna? Because you know, me and Sharon, we be cutting up.
No, it was something you said, because I probably ain't never heard
You're going to stop blaming me. You be saying things too.
Always do.
Y'all know I be cutting up. I don't be caring. I love having fun. This our damn show. I was going to say, this is my show. This our damn show. I like having fun. I am the king of T.D.T. I want to give Donna some time to reply, because I really want to know what slogan. Hey, but y'all,
Friday night.
A quick Raven Baxter moment. Looking into the future. So Sharon has been challenged again
To do
for
what?
Christmas because
Oh,
she tried to get me last year and play on my see. That's what sympathy gets you. She played
what?
me like a fiddle. She played me like a fiddle.
No,
Donna
no.
said like a white girl. Donna, I'm telling you,
What
the
did you say?
vocal. When I said, when you roll up to this house, you better pray the police get here quickly, and your vocal cords transform into a white girl.
Yeah, you did say that. Yes, I've never heard that before. I tell
Because I'm
you.
telling you now, if I commit a crime at this location, when I tell you I'm about to get my white voice on so the police get here quicker, as I'm mollywopping him throughout this house, yes, I would just like to call. We need assistance. I have a
You
man on the ground bleeding. You said what?
that's too deep. That's too
That's too
deep. You
deep.
got to go up high.
No, because then I don't
Got to
want to
go
sound
up
like a
high.
white girl. I don't want to sound like a white girl because then I'll be like, yes, top of
What
the
you want
morning,
to sound
sir. No, because then I'm gonna be British.
like? Did you say top?
Top of the morning, sir. No, I can't do that. So, like for me, I feel like I need to enunciate the words, have very proper English.
Well, you sound like
Very.
her now. I mean,
I
come
sound like
on,
who?
Medea. Black person trying to talk proper. Oh my
I
God.
got to talk proper because I'm telling you, I'm a Millie Rock on every block in this house that somebody come up in here acting foolish. But thank you guys. Go ahead, take us out, Sharon.
Look, y'all. Let's just make sure that before we snatch people's black cards for
Oh,
their behaviors, let's make sure that we give them a mental health evaluation. Are they manipulating the black people, or do they have a true mental health issue that, they need to explore? I
that was
say give
beautiful.
people a chance. Give them a chance
That was beautiful.
to
My
get
takeaway from this, you guys, is I'm not Sharon. Sometimes your behaviors have consequences. And just as a parent, there's positive reinforcement and there's negative reinforcement. And sometimes you need to go the extreme for your child to learn. And by revoking their cards, they're no longer invited to the cookouts. They don't know when the new Nikes drop. They are not going to see Queen Bee at the Coachella 2025. They won't know where the Underground Railroad is. They ain't gonna know.
no more ribs and Beyonce.
No ribs and Beyonce, no Kool-Aids or sweet tea. They will drink
Yeah.
Crystal Clear and that raspberry Lipton. They can't even get the sweet tea. No honey, none of that. No Folgers, none of that. So we got some more comments. Hold on. Donna said that we got to sound educated. Amen. Use big words.
Big
and
words.
then you got to use those words that they use when they call you to HR. I feel threatened.
Oh, code words, yes.
And this feels like a very hostile environment in my home. So we never got to do that.
Got to use the aggressive word.
Yeah. Yes. Swain said Kanye's card is taken. Sharon said, you right. You right, Sharon, Medea. And then Swain said, it sounds good, Sharon, but that shit getting snatched.
All right. Well, no chicken, no fried chicken and beer.
None of it.
What else you have at the cookout?
He can go to Popeyes, but he can't go to churches because he ain't gonna appreciate them honey butter biscuits.
All right. Well, you know what? Carl, I'll see you at the cookout.
You will. Hold on. Trey said Candice Owens flunked out of college. Oh, now we got to do research. She's a hashtag college dropout. Is she a YouTube educator? See, damn YouTube. She done got her degree at YouTube University.
Father.
He can go to KFC. Yep. He can't even go to Popeyes or churches where you get them butter dry biscuits that get caught in your esophagus. He can't even eat there. He can't even eat Chipotle. He can eat Taco Bell. Him and Candice.
He ain't done nothing to the Latinos.
All right, y'all. It has been a pleasure. Please tune in 2 weeks. Same black show, same black channel, and hopefully Sharon's eye, she will be able to see. She will see the comments coming. She will see the men approaching, and she'll see that left hook if she get out of pocket. But until then, Stay safe.
Good
Stay
night.
blessed. Good night.
Welcome to the truth. Welcome to the truth. Welcome to the truth, where the truth don't lie. 3 T's, no lie.
Thank you. Tune in next week. Same black channel, same black host, and we'll holler at you at the same black time. Bye.